Okay, so you can see that as I was cranking around to add my waste yarn in and finish off my sock, there were a whole bunch of latches in the back that were not fully open. I didn't check properly before I cranked around. And so you can see I've dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking extra cylinder needles and I'm sort of rushing in to catch. I basically just try to catch whatever stitch is still live. I'm looking for the loop that is still live, and there's a laddered stitch, that's fine, but I'm catching the loop with the cylinder needle, just kind of holding it in place until I can actually take care of it. So I'm going to use my actual latch hook tool here to catch and fix the stitch that has dropped. I don't mind coming down a couple of rows and making sure that I catch the stitch. But you can see me in surgery here. I have my live stitch on the latch hook, and I have my 2 ladders and then my waste yarn that I need to pick up. And so what I need to do is make sure that this stitch, when I pull the latch hook away from me, it will close this latch. So I need the laddered yarn to be in this section here and the live stitch to close the latch on top of that ladder. And that will form my new live stitch. And again, pushing the live stitch past the latch and then having this ladder come in front of the latch. You can see there's my new stitch, making it go past the latch and then taking my ladder, putting that in front, letting the latch close over top of that yarn, and then pulling through and making a new stitch. And so this new stitch can get hung on the needle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of these drop stitches. So I can even do it with the cylinder needle itself. So just making sure I wiggle it to make sure that that ladder is going to be closed on. It's almost like an alligator mouth closing on top of that ladder, and then pulling it back to form your new stitch. And I push it forward past the latch, and then setting it up so that that latch can close on the ladder. Hanging it. Go to the next one. I'm not entirely using this latch hook just back and forth. I am sort of twisting it to get the right angle. Make sure that that latch is open so that it can kind of chomp down on that ladder. And then I'm kind of pulling it up, putting the pressure on it so that I can keep the stitch on as I slide it forward. So there is a little bit of wiggling back and forth. If I've caught it a couple of rows below, just want to make sure that those ladders are open and I only have the one stitch there. Great, and that is all of them. And then again, checking to make sure that all the latches are open. So you don't have to worry. If you've dropped a stitch, you can fix it very easily.